Hi, 1 Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to show you how to fix a sunken outlet with spacers. You can see this outlet goes into the wall way too far and the plate has even broken from plugging things into it. And what we've got right here are spacers that can help us correct this problem. And what's really cool about these is you can choose how much spacing you need. So when you fold these over, you're going to get 1/8 of an inch of spacing. But let's say you need more than that. You just double it back again, and now you've got double that amount of spacing. So let's get started fixing this sunken outlet. The first thing that we want to do is make sure that the power is off to our sunken outlet. So go down to your circuit breaker and turn the power off at the circuit breaker to make sure that this is completely off. Then what you can do is test it with the device to make sure that that power is off. So let's do that now. I just turned the power off at the circuit breaker, so let's check to make sure that the power is no longer live to this outlet. This light is not turning on, but let's also try with a secondary method. It's always a good idea to be as safe as possible. So we're going to use a non-contact voltage meter today, and we're not getting any power signals from this, or you could also use a multimeter. We're going to include links to those below. The number one thing is make sure the power is off before you get started. Now that we've confirmed the power is off, let's remove the existing wall plate. Now that we've got the cover plate off, we can inspect the outlet and see just how far this thing can go in and out. And we want to make sure that that gap isn't too large. So I think we'll be able to get it done with these spacers right here that we've got. But if that gap is too large, the other option is to use a wall extension box, and you can put that in there as well. We're going to do another video that shows you how to use a wall extension box, but for right now, we're going to show you how to fix a sunken outlet with these spacers. So once again, if you've got a non-contact voltage meter, check to make sure that that voltage is no longer live here. You want to be safe. Now that we've done that, we can remove these two screws, and then we're going to insert our spacers to fix this sunken wall outlet. Now we can remove the outlet from the wall, and while we're doing this, we should inspect to make sure that all the wiring is in good condition. So it looks like we've got it in good condition there. Once we've inspected the outlet and made sure that it's in good condition, we're ready to determine how much spacer we're going to use for this. So what you can do is fold these in half and kind of determine how deep that box is. So for me, one of these is pretty much going to get it done, but if you needed to, you can double them up and actually use two of them like this. You fold it again, and then you fold it again, and now you've got double the amount of spacer, and that would just go right back here in the box like that. But that's going to be way too much for us. It's hard to tell, but that would make this outlet stick proud of the wall. So once you've determined that you only need one spacer, what you're going to do is just take the spacers, and this is actually one spacer. So it's a female and male piece. You tear it off right here like so, and then you've got your spacer, and now you're just going to fold it in half, and then that is one spacer. And what you do is just check to make sure that that's going to give you enough depth. And for us, that's going to give us enough depth. So we're good to go on that one spacer. Our outlet's going to sit exactly where we want. Now you're going to take this spacer and then you're going to put it on the screw. And it's important to note that there are little tabs there. So in my case, I'm going to have the male side of those little Lego tabs that stick out facing out towards the wall, and you want to make sure you're consistent with the top and the bottom, which way you have those tabs facing, because if you've got it the male side out for the top and the female side out for the bottom, then the problem is going to be is that your outlet's going to be unlevel. It's going to have a different orientation at the top and the bottom, so you want to make sure you're consistent. So we're going to break off another piece right here, and all we do is we tear that. And now that we've torn that, we fold our Legos in half. So now we're ready to put the bottom one on. We want to make sure that the male side is facing outwards. So I just slide that on here and then push it down. to that screw as much as possible to keep it in place. And now we're ready to reinstall our outlet. So we're going to take our outlet, we're going to rotate it in place, get it aligned with the 2 screw holes, and then we're going to start tightening this down. Now we've got both the screws tightened down with our spacers in behind the outlet, and you can see we can push this really hard and this is not moving at all, and we've got this approximately level with the wall both at the top and the bottom. And now we're ready to install a new cover plate, which we've got here because our other one was broken, and that's going to fix our issue with the sunken in outlet. We take our cover plate, make sure that we've got the right depth, and you can see this is nice and flush with the wall. So now we're ready to reattach this. Now our sunken outlet has been fixed. You can see I'm pushing on this very hard and it's not going anywhere, and that cover plate is nice and flush with the wall. So we can plug something into it now, and you can see that outlet is holding up. Let's go turn the power back on at the circuit breaker and show you that we've got this complete. So we just restored the power at the circuit breaker, and you can see that this light is back on and working. So now our sunken outlet is fixed. These are the spacers that I used to fix these, and I will include a link to these below. Very easy and inexpensive to use to fix an outlet and make that outlet much more usable. So thank you for watching this video on how to fix a sunken outlet with spacers. If you want to support us, please subscribe, give us that thumbs up, or you can check the description below for these spacers as well as other videos that will help you do this, or you can get some merch that helps support this channel. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.